Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever one it happens to be for you. I hope you're doing very well. So, yes, we have got Manchester United next in the Premier League, early kick-off as well, which is interesting. Those early kick-offs sometimes aren't great, especially when you have played in the Champions League, and they, of course, haven't been playing 2 games a week, so they are definitely going to be the fresher team, if you like, but also the team that hasn't played, and so I guess it works in 2 ways. You can be saying that players get tired, if you like. However, you could also say that keeping them active playing football is actually better for them, because then that keeps them focused, their minds more focused, because they're continuously playing games and having to keep themselves ready for the game, if you get what I'm saying. Anyway, yes, I did jest in the title of the video. It's only Man United, but of course we know that they have recently had a tiny bit of a resurgence. They're still not, I don't think, on tippity top form. I don't think that for one moment. They've had their moments where they've still looked pretty meh and not too great, and I think that it will take probably a little bit of time, but Ruben Amorim seems to be getting them to play a little bit more fluidly, especially when it comes to attacking. So that is something we have to look out for. However, our defence is probably better than theirs, so I would say that probably that's the area we are the strongest. The midfield, I would say, is pretty even. You've of course got Ratface there, and I think that it depends. When he is on form, he can be very, very good, but he's also, when he gets the ump, he can be very, very bad, depending on where it goes, and if he's going to throw a major tantrum. So yeah, our attack isn't as good as theirs, but if Moane is fit, but apparently he's not. Apparently he wasn't in training, and neither was Kudos, which is not a good sign at all, because it feels like Moane just was getting into a bit of his stride, and showing us what he could do. So it would be an absolute disaster in my eyes if that was to happen. But we'll have to wait and see what happens, to see if there is an injury, and what's going on with him. And of course the same with Kudos. Apparently Kudos one wasn't too bad, but we don't know. They're not really giving us much on that. So we'll have to wait and see what happens in the press conference for that one. Me, if it was me doing the team lineup, say we've got everybody fit that we need fit, I would play Romero and Mickey, of course. I would play Spence, and I would actually play Adogi. I think Adogi was very, very good the other day. I really do. And then I'll probably play Paulinho and maybe Sarr, because I think Sarr does add something, and I think playing the two like Bentancur and Paulinho, especially at home, is too much. And I keep saying that, so that's what I would do. I think that he is a ball carrier. He's also someone who's got a lot of legs, a lot of energy, and will get back and help out to defend as well as also trying to take shots on. And I think that he is, I think we need that. Because I think that their midfield is a little bit more aged than ours. So if you have someone who's a bit younger, I think that bit more energy, I think that would do us good. So personally, as Bentancur played, although he was fantastic the other day, and it's really, really difficult to drop someone who was fantastic, I would probably play Paulinho and Sarr, or Bentancur and Sarr then. If not, if you think it's a bit mean to drop him. I would not play Bentancur and Sarr. I would play, Bentancur and Paulinho, but we'll have to wait and see what he does. I'll play Xavi. Then I would play Kudos, if he's fit, and I would play Odegaard, and I would play Moane. But we'll have to wait and see, like I say, with the injuries, what's going to happen. And yeah, we have had their game. Like, we've had 4 consecutive wins over them, I think it is, or not losses. I think one of them was a draw. But yeah, we've done very well against Manchester United as of late, and I'm hoping that Frank can continue that on, and it's only Man United lads will carry on. Of course, at Bilbao, they printed those t-shirts cockily, thinking that it's only Spurs, but we actually turned that right on its head, and yeah, it's quite funny that actually all the Tottenham fans wanted those t-shirts afterwards, as a bit of a joke, which I absolutely love. But yeah, as I say, I think that the game is going to be one that's fairly equal. So my score prediction would be Tottenham 2, Manchester United 1. I think they have got the ability to score. I think their front line, like I say, is looking a lot better now. They're looking much more fluid, and I think that is something that we have to be aware of. I think that we have to be right on our A game when it comes to being defensive. I think that we need to keep right an eye on that, and I think that having Spence there, I think, will be better than Porro. I think that would probably be a better setup, and have a Dogie. And I think then, if you want, you can bring Porro on. And I think that means that we've got that bit more defensive solidarity. I don't know the word. But yeah, we've got a bit more. We're a bit more solid, and that's why I would play Spence and Udogie. I think that's a lot better, because Udogie goes forward more, Spence is more defensive. So I think that would be much more helpful. So yeah, as I say, we'll have to wait and see how it goes. But early game, early kickoff, let's see what we can do. I hope we can continue in the vein that we were in the Copenhagen game. I hope that we start really like with a rocket up our backsides and look attacking, and we will go for it. I hope we go for it. That's all I want. I think if we lose, or say we draw and we've actually tried, I don't think anybody will actually mind, because we'll see progression and continuation of what happened with Copenhagen. But if we come out and play like we did with Chelsea, unacceptable, absolutely unacceptable. So for me, it's all about how we approach the game. And for me, we have to approach it by attacking from the get-go. We have to be quick, we have to be decisive, and we have to be clinical. So those are the things that I think will win us the game. I think we've got the ability to win this game. We're at home, and we need to get our home form up. So for me, it is an absolute must win, because I think it'll be very good for the fans and for the team, and I think that's what we need, a home win in the Premier League. So like I say, it's a must win, as in I think that we need to really do this for I think that, like I say, the fans and the club and the team. But as I say, if we do put on a good performance but still lose, at least we bloody tried. That's all I want. I just want us to bloody well try. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know who you'd play. Let me know your setup, what you'd set up at, how you would set up. Please make sure that you smash that like button, as that does really help me. And we'll speak again real soon. Take very good care of yourselves.